Hello, Star Wars Galaxy of Hero players. This is Andy Shorto, and today I'm going to be covering the fact that Jango Fett is coming in as a marquee event. Yeah. So I'm going to cover the post, and then I'll cover my thoughts on it. So, first off, we revealed Jango Fett's kit today, and we wanted to put the speculation about this to rest. Jango Fett is a marquee event, but they've added some additional tiers, which will require, with extra tier rewards, some of which have sought out gear such as Carbontes and mod slicing salvage if you're above level 50. As Carrie has discussed previously, they're working to change the schedule so there's not as many marquee events, but they're rearranging the schedule to introduce some characters through other event types so we can break up the marquee cadence. In the meantime, stay tuned for our next character reveal. It is not a marquee. So, what does this say? Well, one, I'm really disappointed they did not plan ahead on this one to being a legendary. Yes, I can understand legendary events do take some... I can understand they take some time to work out, so I can get that. There are two other characters I felt like that could have made a legendary setup, but unfortunately they did not, and I'll cover them here in a minute. But for the most part, I'm really disappointed that this was a marquee character. I would have loved to have a Jango Fett, because I have 5 bounty hunters. Well, of course, first off, I would say yes. I would hope that Jango Fett is a marquee, or I mean a legendary character that would require bounty hunters to unlock. Would be simple, set, done, match, done. 2, that would give a lot of people a chance to already have a 7-star Jango Fett, within the first 1 to 3 days of the 7-day event. Then they would have the mythic event. And so, yeah, you would have a 7-star Jango Fett. I would have loved that because I'm getting there on characters. I'm finally getting like my 18th Gear 12 character between being Imperial or Rebel or whatever Sith. Just so that I have characters. Like I recently Gear 12'd my Darth Maul and one other character, Colonel Stark. So I Gear 12 those characters. So yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there with some Gear 12 characters. But unfortunately, it's like, and I do have a Boba Fett Gear 12. So getting Jango Fett to Gear at least 7-star. It would have been great for me to start because then I would have solely worked on Jango Fett because I love his kit. Another side note is some people is disappointed. I know some people were thinking Jango Fett would be a separatist. I do want to say bounty hunters are paid for hires, so if, say, for example, the Jedi decide to pay Jango Fett, 10 times what the separatists did, he would have worked for the Jedi. He would have hated it, probably, because, at least in Legends, he did not like the Jedi. And it seemed like he didn't like the Jedi in canon either. But, for the most part, it's the highest bidder. But some people were thinking that he would get Separatist. But then again, Boba Fett and Bosk would get... Well, Bosk could get Separatist and Empire, but no. I'm kind of glad they didn't do that. He's a bounty hunter. The only other tag Jango Fett and Boba Fett do deserve to have is Mandalorian. But going back to it, though... marquee events, yes, have been kind of crazy. I haven't been too bugged out by them as other people, just because I'm getting a free character. Whoop-dee, I'm getting a free character. But at the same time, I would have loved to change up, and Jango Fett would have been a great character for that. Going back to it, though, legendary characters, 2 other legendary characters I feel like I didn't think of the first time around for one of them, and that was Wicket. I feel like at first I was like, Ants, okay, he's a cool special character. He had his own little event style thing to unlock, but that just took too long over time. And then they eventually changed it to where you can farm a little easier. But then I go thinking about it, Wicket would be one of the more notable Ewoks. The one that you'd see with Leia in Return of the Jedi, Wicket, and he's played by a famous actor. So yeah, looking back at it, I feel like that was a big one. They also missed the boat on being a legendary character. Yes, they would have probably had to have given him another unique ability, maybe kind of something similar to like R2's, number crunch, where allies or just Ewok allies get a little extra offense, defense, etc., etc. But at least Wicket would have had another ability, and he would have been legendary. And all you needed was Ewoks to unlock him. Because then it would have made me, be like, oh, now I want to work on my Ewoks a little bit here and there so I can actually unlock him. And then second one, some of you could probably easily guess this one, but Mother Talzin. Mother Talzin would have made sense to be a legendary character, and unfortunately they missed the boat on that one. And so that's why I do want to say they did miss the boat on Jango Fett. I can understand. Again, it takes a bit of time. I don't know if the time difference is the same or not between Marquee Event versus Legendary Event. Maybe Marquee Events are a little faster, but if they added a little extra time, say because of that little extra time, Jango Fett comes out next week, and then so whatever character that comes out next week came out this week, been okay. So I don't know. I'm just kind of disappointed with this. It's kind of so sad. I know they've been listening to us and they're working on the change. That's what they said here. But unfortunately, I don't know. I just wanted to see something. To see Jango Fett be a legendary, but my dream was crushed on that one. But my dream isn't crushed enough to say, oh, but Jango Fett's in the game though. So, like I said, my dream isn't that crushed. It's just crushed a little bit being legendary. Because I could have probably, by the end of this weekend, I would have probably had a 7-star Jango Fett. But nope, I have to resort to paying $10 just to get him to 4-star and then wait 6-8 months before I can get him to 7-star. Because you have the 2 to 3 months of waiting for that, and then it takes a while to farm them. And it's just, it's so tedious. Unless they decide to answer some of these, tedious, adding some characters into other areas. Or at least these hard nodes, instead of not just going up to 8 attempts, making it to where the shards, you have a chance to getting 1 to 3. So it kind of speeds up characters so people can play in-game stuff a little bit faster. Not too fast, but a little bit faster. So, but other than that, I just want to make sure everyone knows Marquee Events for Jango Fett is what it is. Other than thanks for watching. I really appreciate all those that watch the videos I make. Please share it, leave a like, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.